So as a consumer, I'm sure that you're receiving a lot of invoices, and I'm sure also that some of them you paid late. Whether it's an electricity bill, a telco bill, the bill from the kids from school, or even maybe a tax payment request that you got. So some of them you paid late. Well, I'm here today to explain to you how you'll be able to never do that again, thanks to Digiteal. When you're receiving an invoice, you're receiving them from plenty of different channels. Whether it's paper, email, you might go to a portal to get this invoice, or you can even go to maybe a mobile application that will get you this invoice. It's also complicated to pay those invoices sometimes. So we need to make this much easier and, well, yeah, much easier. It's a big problem. In the Europe alone, 37 billion invoices are sent every year. So a big market, and a lot of those invoices are still sent in paper, so there's also an ecological aspect to this. To give you an example, a water distribution company that sends 5 million invoices spends more than 3 million euros just to present those invoices to its customers, mostly because of paper. So how does it work with Digiteal? The first thing that we do is we add a payment QR code standard on the invoice. The customer then just can register, link his bank account from whatever bank he has in Europe, and pay the bill. First step. Second step, well, we're going to convert him to e-invoicing. So we're going to ask him, how do you want to receive your next invoice? And of course, it'll go digital, we'll get rid of the paper and the cost that goes with it. The next invoice he'll simply receive a notification on his smartphone. You've got an invoice. He'll see the details, he'll pay, it's done. 15 seconds just to do this interaction. We were talking before with Libeo with the 10 minutes. Well, this is 15 seconds. Now, the customer then has an interface on his phone and on his computer to see what are his outstanding invoices. He can check the status, and that already helps him to not be late for those invoices. But we go one step further. We're going to invite the customer to set up a threshold under which the next invoices will be paid automatically. You can choose to accept this or set it up differently. Like that, through this controlled domiciliation, the company doesn't have to do mandate management, which also saves them a lot of time. Third part, you're paid faster, you're paid more regularly, but of course, it comes at a cost, but this cost is very low. We charge between 30 and 14 cents per payment, and this means presenting the invoice and doing the transaction fee. If you just look at how much a stamp costs, you'll understand that we are way, way down the cost that you would usually have. This leads to between 15 and 25% reduction of operational costs, considering only 30% adoption, so a lot cheaper. And of course, it's a lot better for the environment since all of those invoices are sent digitally. To continue on the example from the water company, this helps the water company save 750,000 euros per year, so quite a saving for them too. But you might think, okay, well, this is another channel where I'm going to receive my invoices. So I had paper, I had mail, so how is this going to solve all of this mess of channels? Well, in fact, this is solved through a standard, European standard. We have a lot of those. That's called PEPL, for Public E-Procurement Online. And so companies from all of those businesses here, all of those verticals, can use PEPL to send to whatever consumer channel the consumer chose. The consumer just says, I want to receive my invoice in Digiteal, and all of them, through this single integration, can send them to Digiteal. Digiteal also can be used and integrated into a bank. So if you're a bank or a neobank, we can also integrate invoice presentment and management inside your application through Digiteal. So yeah, through the mess of invoicing today, we use European standards to deliver a solution that the customer loves and chooses to get all his bills inside Digiteal. That's it. Through companies that want to get paid faster, more regularly, and at lower cost, well, we invite them, of course, to use our solution.